Hi everybody, I'm Robbie Laws from RobbieLawsMusic.com, and today I'm going to give you just a little sampling of my up-and-coming workshop entitled Longitude and Latitude, talking about the matrix system in standard tuning and the intersecting notes and geometric patterns that occur in that matrix. A couple of shapes that I've come up with a lot of very detailed, extensive research into the early bebop era, kind of the changeover from swing era into bebop. In particular, guys like Charlie Christian, who I've really studied a lot of his approach to playing, and I'm pretty convinced he was using shapes, chord shapes, mostly maybe some pattern, some single note pattern lines that he applied to various kinds of chords. Okay, with that kind of approach, I've taken the cage sequence, which has been around for hundreds of years. In fact, it was a precursor to the guitar, the lute. It was invented to teach lute. And so, you know, there's been a myriad of books written on the subject. But so that cage sequence, there's some real value in that. It really organizes 5 specific shapes for every chord you can think of: major, minor, augmented, diminished, and suspended, and then all points in between. So with that in mind, whether you have your root based on the A string or the low E string or even perhaps the D string, it doesn't matter. If you have your shapes, then you can begin to play. And if you're playing over, you're playing to a chart at a gig, and you're playing chords like, well, how about E flat major 7 to, say, F minor 7 to D7 flat 9. You've got those chords, but also you've got the arpeggio or chord pattern that you can work with. Use that as your impetus for your improv during playing over changes. So that's what I'm talking about. And utilizing some geometric shapes with diatonic modal patterns, but also pentatonic. So I've kind of coined a silly little phrase I call geotonic or pentageotonic, just kind of in reference to the patterns that I'm presenting in this workshop. They're specific patterns. 3 specific patterns that I'll be working with right now in this little demonstration is one that I call the X box. For obvious reasons, it looks like an X. Essentially, it has 9 notes. It's an amalgamation of major and minor. The Y box and the Z box. And these 3 boxes also invert up and down the neck, so they can be moved anywhere. And you know, certainly if you're reharmonizing, if you're using substitutions such as, you know, a 5th above or even tritone subs, these will work really lovely too. So I'm going to stop talking and just do a little bit of playing. That little excerpt that I played in the beginning of this video is just a basic blues in B flat with a walking bass line. I'm going to play some of these single note lines around these chord changes. I'll start out with a chord melody and begin from there. So little blues, walking blues line, courtesy of Mr. Mark Stephanie here. And here we go. Okay, there's a basic example of what I'm talking about. You can get even more out there with it if you like. But these are, again, you're playing blues, but you're also playing more of a swing in that transitional time period. Very important musical time period in American music history. Moving from the swing era into a bebop era there. Using some of these lines and even some of the most incredible lines that I've torn apart, like Charlie Christian, some Charlie Christian, some Charlie Parker, all the Charlies actually. Charlie Parker lines based around major triads that sound really outside are actually very simplistic. So very diatonic, and then there's some reharmonization involved in that as well. So if you're interested, come check me out. Go to my website, robbielawsmusic.com, and I'll be giving this workshop in my Portland studio, located in Selwood, a little suburb of Portland. So you can get all the information on the website, robbielawsmusic.com. Thanks so much for your time. I'll look forward to seeing you.